Shalom, this is Reb Yoseph coming to you from the land of Israel. Shortly after the holidays of Pesach and Sukkot, the Jewish calendar shows 3 days of penitence, which take place consecutively Monday, Thursday, and Monday. They are collectively referred to by an abbreviation for the days of their week called Bahav, 252 in Hebrew. In synagogue, a blessing is given for the people who fast on these days. However, many people don't actually fast on them, really very few. However, there are many congregations which will say slichos, that's penitential prayers, as part of the morning service. The reason given for this custom is to atone for inadvertent sins and levity during the preceding holiday. Tosfos on Gemara Kedushim explains that the festivals are the most hazardous days of the year when it comes to being alone with the opposite sex or actual transgression, because this is the time that men and women gather together to hear religious sermons and will be given to looking at each other. The comment then concludes by bringing an opinion that this is the reason for the fasts after the holidays of Passover and Sukkot. This Tosfos is a commentary on a Talmudic story whose theme is that the sorest spot, meaning the most hazardous time of the year, are the festivals. It then recounts how redeemed captive women, meaning they would be receptive to an advance, were being sheltered in the attic of Rav Amram, a pious sage. To deter any misbehavior, the staircase to the upstairs was removed. That night, a light shined on one of the women. The rabbi then grabbed the staircase that 10 men would not be able to lift, set it up, and proceeded to ascend. When it was halfway up, he shouted, "There's a fire in Amram's house." The rabbis quickly came and rebuked him. Rabbi Amram then exorcised the temptation to outside his body, and it emerged as a column of fire. The rabbi then exclaimed, "You are fire, and I am flesh, but nevertheless I'm stronger than you." The idea is that the things that are most sacred are also the things most likely to be profaned. Nachmanides notes this in his letter to his son in the year 1267. He said, "I'm writing you this letter from the holy city of Jerusalem. What can I tell you about the land? Many are its forsaken places, and great is the desecration. The rule seems to be that the more sacred the place, the greater the devastation has been. Jerusalem is the most desolate of all, and the land of Yehuda is even more desolate than the Galilee. Even in its destruction, it is an exceedingly good land. There are more than 2,000 citizens and no Jews among them. There are 10 men who meet on every Shabbos to hold service in one of the people's homes." Similarly, it is brought by the prophet Malachi, quote unquote, "that you bring on my altar disgusting food, yet you say, 'How have we defiled you?' By the answers, by saying God's table is contemptible." Generally, people do not actually say that the table of Hashem is loathsome. Usually, people are trying to be comfortable or accommodating, so they misread the halakha in such a way that they make a mitzvah ugly when they should be making it beautiful. Other times, they grasp the surface meaning but miss the essence. The lesson of Bahav today is not so much that we must greatly be concerned about immodesty. Religious Jews have greatly distanced themselves from this in many ways. The real message is that we should develop a sense of beauty and that this should be applied to our holidays, synagogues, celebrations, and communities. Thank you.